There's a particular kind of ache that makes no sense. Someone you can't have, someone who belongs to another, or who lives a world away, or who simply never looked back at you the way you looked at them. And the strangest part isn't the wanting itself, it's that the impossibility doesn't cool it. It pours fuel on it. The further out of reach they are, the louder your mind sings their name. You've been told this is weakness, a lack of discipline, a flaw in your character. It isn't. It's a program, one written into you so long ago that the people who first ran it have been dust for 40,000 years. And tonight, we're going to find out why your own heart keeps reaching for the one door it cannot open. To understand the ache, we have to go back to a world where wanting the wrong person could cost you your life, and wanting the right one was the only thing that mattered at all. This is the Human Audit, one case file a week on why you are the way you are. Subscribe so the next file finds you. Strip a human life down to its oldest purpose, and almost everything points to one thing: passing yourself forward. Not money, not legacy as we think of it. Genes. A line that doesn't end with you. But here's the cruelty of the ancient world. Desirable partners were scarce, and they were contested. The strongest, the healthiest, the highest in standing were wanted by everyone. So evolution couldn't afford to build a mind that only wanted what was easy. A human who only desired the available, the unguarded, the freely offered, would lose every contest that mattered to someone hungrier. So your ancestors were built differently. They were built to strive, to fixate on the partner just beyond reach, because reaching, competing, proving, enduring the wanting was exactly what won the highest value mate. The ache you feel isn't a bug. It's the engine. It's the thing that made your ancestors get up and fight for someone instead of settling for whoever was nearest. The ones who wanted easily left fewer children. The ones who yearned, they're the ones you came from. Now watch what modern science does with this. Put a person in front of a choice and then quietly make one option harder to get, rarer, contested, about to disappear. And its value spikes in their mind. Not because anything about it changed, only its availability did. We call it scarcity, and it runs underneath almost every want you have, from the person across the room to the thing you suddenly need the moment they say it's the last one. The brain does something specific here. Anticipation, the wanting, and satisfaction, the having, run on two different systems. And the wanting system, the one built on dopamine, fires hardest not when you get the reward, but when the reward is uncertain, when it might come, when it might not. That flicker of maybe is the most addictive signal your brain produces. So the person you can't have hits a perfect storm. Scarce, uncertain, and contested. Three separate ancient switches, all flipped at once. Of course it feels like more than the available love sitting quietly beside you. To your oldest wiring, it is more, because once it was. Quick question while we're here. Have you ever wanted someone more because you couldn't have them? Drop it in the comments. The honest ones always do best down there. But there's a second layer, and it's darker. In every ancient group, some pairings were off limits, forbidden by rank, by alliance, by the unspoken rules that kept the peace. And nothing sharpens desire like a wall built around it. Tell a mind it cannot have a thing, and the thing becomes luminous. This isn't poetry. Researchers have watched it happen. When couples believe their families oppose them, their passion can intensify rather than fade. The obstacle becomes part of the attraction. We are the descendants of people for whom the forbidden was often the most genetically valuable. The high-status partner already claimed, the alliance worth the risk. The ones who felt the forbidden pull and acted on it carefully sometimes won everything. So you inherited a heart that treats a closed door as a challenge and a no as a question. It's why the stories that haunt us most are never about easy love. They're about the love that couldn't be, because that's the love our oldest instincts were built to chase. So what did ancient humans do when they wanted someone they couldn't have? They survived on it. They let the ache drive them to compete, to strive, to become the kind of person worth choosing. The wanting wasn't their torment, it was their engine, and they passed it down to you intact. That's why the unreachable one still glows. Why distance and difficulty make the heart louder, not quieter. Why you can be offered steady, available love, and still find your gaze drifting to the one door marked no. It isn't that you're broken or greedy or incapable of being satisfied. It's that a part of you is still standing on the savanna, reaching for the thing just past your fingertips, because every ancestor who ever stopped reaching was left behind. The ache is old. The ache is yours. And the ache, it turns out, is the reason you exist at all. Close the file. If this one hit close to home, you already know there's another file open. Subscribe and follow the evidence with me next week.